YouTube, it's me, it's the man who likes to RANT, dropping a fresh VID for you today. And you know what? Today begins what I hope will be a long and prosperous series for the channel. Because instead of talking about programs as they happen, what I thought I'd start doing is talking about some superstars that I grew up watching in years past that I feel, although they certainly have legendary status that they've earned, uh, were underappreciated, and I want to talk about um, why I think that is and why I think it's a shame, but I want to give these legends their due. And so to begin this series, I want to talk about the $1 Million Man, Ted DiBiase. Now, you may say, I thought you said this guy was underappreciated. He has championships all over the world. Yes, he does. But unfortunately, in this current wrestling society, all that matters is what you manage to do within the confines of the WWE. And in that regard, DiBiase was greatly gypped. He was a two-time tag team champion with Erwin R. Shyster, and he was a North American champion for a while in the 80s, but then that title was defunct, and they have not since spoken of it within WWE lexicon. Um, so I want to tell you guys a story. Those of you who are hardcore wrestling fans will remember the tournament that took place at WrestleMania 4. What you may not know is that DiBiase was supposed to win that tournament and thusly, of course, be crowned WWE World Champion. Now, a lot of you may think, well, Hogan probably had something to do with that. He was certainly the top politicizer, I should say, for lack of a better term. And for once, I get to tell you, no, that he wasn't the main reason, but it was a buddy of Hogan's, and I speak of the Honky Tonk Man. He's the reason that DiBiase didn't get the world title that night. What do I mean? I mean, it goes down like this. Randy was supposed to be the one to break Honky Tonk Man's intercontinental, record-setting intercontinental title reign of the long before the Warrior did it at SummerSlam. But Honky went to Vince and complained, and we got more miles that we can get out of the intercontinental title run. Till Vince finally relented and said, "Okay, you don't have to drop the titles to Macho Man." So then you need a way to reward Macho Man Randy Savage, who at that point in his career was doing the best work that anyone could have ever seen him do. And so the natural thing is to give him the world title. But you had set it up all through that tournament. You had told the story that DiBiase was better than you, and this and that and the other. If you are fortunate enough to have access to the VHS recording of WrestleMania 4, the first interview they do is with Ted DiBiase in one of the Trump Plaza hotel room suites. And it's designed to show how lavish he likes to live, and we're meant to believe that DiBiase is simply a cut above the rest, which is the entire point of his character. And then you set up this brilliant plan where Andre the Giant takes the biggest obstacle in your way in Hulk Hogan out of the tournament via a double disqualification, giving you a bye to the finals. And so you're rested and ready to take on Macho Man Randy Savage, who has been through, coming into that point, 3 separate wars with Butch Reed, Greg the Hammer Valentine, and the One Man Gang, respectively. Now, I understand that it is a great Rocky story to say that Macho endured these 4 brutal matches time and time and time again and come out on top, and it's a great feel-good moment, and yay, everybody should feel fantastic. But it would have made more sense for once to have a bad guy world champion. Now, you may say Andre held that, but yeah, it was controversial. Give the bad guy a clean win and see what he can do with the world title. That's what I would have done if I was Vince McMahon, and of course, I would have irrevocably changed wrestling history if that would have happened. But, so Ted didn't have to feel completely bad. They came up with the brilliant idea, and it was brilliant on paper. It was just executed very poorly. That you're so rich and have so much money that you can go out and buy your own belt. And not only can you buy your own belt, but you can buy a belt that is so grand in the way it looks that it's going to be synonymous with your character. And indeed, that's what the $1 Million Belt was. Unfortunately, since it was a prop title that was defended a grand total of 2 times, I believe, what was really meant to try and help Ted Dibiase stay in the main event picture really ended up hurting his character, because since he had a belt that he seldom ever defended or felt he had the need to protect, because it was naturally going to be his at the end regardless, it really took him out of the picture and forever cemented him as a mid-carder. And when a wrestler is that good in the ring and he cannot get past mid-card status, something is truly, truly wrong with that. This is a man in Ted DiBiase who is one of those guys you've heard them referred to as a solid hand by the old timers, and what that means is this is the guy you instantly put in the ring with someone when you want them to look better than they actually are. He was used a lot during the Ultimate Warrior's run as world champion. He was the consummate professional who would talk Warrior through spots, and he would get Warrior in trouble, be the guy that maybe gets a little lax with that signature $1 Million Man cackle, by the way. That wasn't something that they put in for song effect, by the way. That laugh was legitimately his, and it added to the mystique of the character, in my opinion. But, he'd fight Warrior, and you always knew that DiBiase was going to come up short. And I'm not saying I wanted to see DiBiase go over my all-time favorite wrestler. I'm not saying that for a second. I'm saying that the fact that DiBiase was as smooth and as good in the ring as he was, and he never got the big one, that's sad, because you can't tell me at his peak as a heel when that music would hit, and you would instantly hear the boos from the fans because you knew who was coming, that he wasn't over in the heel aspect of it. Unfortunately, the only problem DiBiase really faced was that the baby faces of Warrior and Hogan and the like of the era were so far over that I do believe there would have been legitimate outrage at DiBiase winning the world title, but at the same time, DiBiase could have used that to vault his character into farther legendary status, and it just didn't happen that way. And it's really unfortunate. What are some of your memories of the $1 Million Man? Do you have favorite matches, favorite rivalries, people that you just love to see him work with? Post down in the comments below. If you don't want to miss a video by the Wrestling Ranter, feel free to click that subscribe button. It'll really help the channel. And make sure that notifications are turned on by clicking the little bell icon next to the subscribe button, I believe it is. And make sure notifications are turned on to the device of your choice, be it your email or your phone. That way, every time a new video of the Ranters goes live, you won't miss it. Thank you guys for watching. Ranter's going to get off the soapbox. This is the first of many. Catch you guys later. Bye-bye.